because that's the 21st century fashion. Teenagers smoke and drink because that's the 21st century fashion.
Teenagers smoke and drink, and it's a 21st century fashion. I strongly believe that it is recently happening because we see there are various movies, Hollywood and Bollywood. They show that the heroes are smoking, and it's a kind of fashion. The teenagers are smoking, and they feel like they are James Bond when they smoke. And they.
Before coming over to the point that it's a fashion or not, have you ever tried to find out the reason that why do they smoke? What incites them to smoke?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I have my friends who go for smoking, and they try to promote me also to go for smoking.
Yeah, that's peer pressure.
That's peer pressure.
That's
Yeah,
peer pressure.
that's one thing. That's one of the aspect of being a peer pressure. But it's a passion, just suppose each and every one of us won't be pursued by a person, by a friend to smoke. Some person go individually and they see a movie and they just see that.
Do you smoke?
I don't.
Do you drink?
No, I don't.
So in most of the times in our lives, we go through the times when we are in depression.
Yeah, I agree.
When we don't have anybody to talk.
Exactly,
Like
that's the
depression.
thing. But the thing is, what we are discussing is that is it a fashion or not? Yeah, those facts are there which pursue us, which makes
It
us.
has been a made a fashion.
People think that we are setting a trend by doing all this, but it's not like that because it's not like that because in future it will affect our body also and our generation also.
Okay. Let one ask at a time. You were saying something.
Sir, ma'am, I'm saying that though it is a fashion, but we should have a control. Everybody should have a control because it is. We have to keep means we have to take our
Immunity system, we have to exercise self-control.
Yeah, it's just not like that. We are smoking and drinking, and just smoking and drinking leads to a fashion means a kind of we are keeping in a fashion trend. No, it's
See,
not.
smoking,
fashion should be something that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, we are not talking about
Yeah.
what should be fashion.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking that. We're talking that. Yeah, exactly. See, so we should. We have seen that there are persons, there's people, there are teenagers who just smoke after seeing a movie. There are cases. It's not that just that people are in
Okay, what has
depression.
prevented you
Just tell me.
that you don't smoke?
It's my will. It's my
your
will.
will.
Yeah, it's my will.
So
Yeah.
it's of your will to be a part of fashion or not.
No, I want to be part of fashion, but I don't want to be part of fashion which makes
Is smoking and drinking
smoking
the
and
only
drinking.
fashion that exists in the world today?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
No,
not.
it's not. But it's a part of it.
It's a
What I'm saying is that.
models.
Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
people
Yeah.
who smoke or drink are considered to
See,
be cool.
that's what I made at the very starting. That James Bond, when a youngster sees James Bond, when you see, be it any figure. So when they smoke, it's kind of thinking now that our role model is smoking and this thing. We are not discussing that
See,
smoking.
it depends on the person.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to
That's what
take
happened in smoking.
Role model, yeah, okay. Amitabh Bachchan is our role model,
Yeah.
suppose. But if he's thinking, if he's smoking or drinking, then we shouldn't take the wrong qualities of
Exactly.
our role model.
That's the thing.
Everyone
But
is not perfect being, so we should take. The person has to think about himself
What?
that we should take the good qualities of the role model,
Just,
the good
okay,
aspect of fashion, like
Look, it's very
clothing.
easy speaking in the chair, sitting in the chair and speaking all the good values, all the moral values that exist in the world. But when it comes to practical life, all the rules fail because when you are surrounded
Yeah,
by people who
experience
smoke
that
day and
too.
night, who drink day and night, what do? You have to because that's peer pressure. And if you don't consider that, you are
I
considered
would like to refer,
Okay,
please. I have.
That happens in hostel life. Do you
Yeah.
have you lived in hostel life?
I have.
No, yes or no?
I don't live in a hostel life. Okay,
That's why we don't
that
have
doesn't
impact.
matter.
So, ma'am,
I have traveled
Yeah, please listen to him. He
Yeah.
is my experience with hostel life.
I've been living in France from past 2 years. It's a peer pressure.
Yeah, it's very pressure. That's we are agree. All of
Out
us
of
agree
loneliness
that.
also, people
Yeah.
succumb to smoking
See,
and
we are not discussing why the teenagers go for smoking
No,
and things.
because
The point is
before
that
we describe the
is it a
narrative
fashion or
picture, we have to
not?
come to the
See,
door
what
picture.
just answer one question and yes or no. Yeah, just I'm asking is that are they not teenagers who just go for smoking, seeing their role model? Just yes or no? Yeah, they
Because
are.
They have been deviated from their paths.
How? Who debated that?
Of course, they are themselves deviated.
Yes, exactly. I agree with the point.
Ma'am, I agree with your point, but it's not like that. Even a fashion, the trend is also being a burden for them.
Yes, people
Yeah.
feel that if
Your
they
friend is
smoke,
smoking and you're not doing that, and
It's kind of class now, right now.
Yeah,
Like, it's a class thing.
It's a cool question.
It's a class thing.
yeah, classy they think that
Classy
if they
thing,
smoke, they are
coming out of a car, smoking a cigar, sort of thing. So that makes you kind of feeling like
he is dominating you and you're not being
Richie sort of thing. So being under peer pressure, it's always happened. That will happen always. But not right now. Nowadays, what happens is that there are movies, there are scenes that the teenagers, the youngsters are trying to imitate them into their life.
Ma'am, can I ask one thing?
Yeah, sure.
What we are discussing, whether it is good or not.
We are discussing
we are
both
not-
the aspects. We are discussing that.
Is it a fashion or not?
It's a fashion or not.
We are discussing that.
Among us, it can be a fashion. It can be taken as a trend. But okay, in a limited
Trend
way.
is fashion. Whatever is going on and whatever you are trying to do, what everyone is doing, it's a fashion.
But it should be in a limited way.
So that depends
We
on the
shouldn't
person.
be
Yeah, that depends on the
get
person.
We cannot
aggravated.
force
No.
somebody.
Yeah, we
See,
cannot force somebody,
all
but
under
we
the
should
pressure
not
and
be
pain, they
addicted
are
of
smoke, but
that.
small of that.
going for the fashion, they smoke.
We are not
Yeah.
talking about
Who
a
are under
person.
pain and pressure, they don't smoke. Everyone, not everyone, but who are going for the trend and fashion, they do
Okay,
smoke.
one
90%.
question
Peer
to
pressure
everyone
is
here.
different
Just
thing.
one
Peer
question.
pressure is different thing. When you're pressurized, so the person is in another condition. But if it is, we are talking about trend and fashion, then we have to talk that it is a personal.
Just one question, please, one question.
Trend
That
does not
you guys pointed out that do I live in a hostel or not? Are there not persons who doesn't live in a hostel and they drink and they smoke?
Yeah,
They
that
especially
is
overseas.
fine.
Yeah. No, so
Like,
what I'm trying to say is that
Not
they're-
contradicting,
you
I'm
know,
agreeing with your point.
yeah, I mean,
And most of
so
the
I
teenagers,
agree with you all.
they
But
support
I feel to understand what smoking and drinking, I should be a smoker or I should be a drinker.
No, with the pressure also they smoke, but not everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Not
fashion-
everyone.
fashion-
Some
and
people just
fashion
smoke
is a
just
big-
for the trend
big
thing,
umbrella.
and they just want to be look classy and see. What I have felt in my experience that my friends just ask me why don't you try for the first time, and I just ask them why should I? See, it's kind of gutsy thing to smoke. It's kind of gutsy to drink, and it makes it gutsy.
Actually,
It
the
makes it feel that
practice
you are
there,
daring.
definition.
It's a mental compression.
Yeah, mental. They say that you are brave if you smoke something like
So
so.
the fault is in our definitions of things.
No, definition things
Yeah.
is there, but
Our
who
definitions have
who
changed
said?
in 21st
Just tell me,
century.
who tells us that smoking is bravery? That's advertisements. That movies are those
Actually, people
cinemas.
don't pay
Yeah.
any heed to the message that's written on the cigarette package.
Introduced to have. Yeah.
They don't pay heed to it. They pay heed to what James Bond is doing in Hollywood movies.
Exactly.
So that's the perception they are taking.
So that's what I'm doing.
So
So now it's a trend.
that
authority.
brings us to an important topic that is called self-discipline, which in English.
See, we are not
but there
discussing
was-
self-discipline
very
here.
neat.
No,
Whenever you
we are not
watch movies,
discussing
you'll be
self-discipline
smoking
here.
for 5 minutes. For one fraction of 5 seconds, you'll begin smoking in the
Okay, if you
Yeah.
don't get
Small
a-
words. Who will notice that?
See, what we are discussing is
And
it a
this
trend or
is-
not? Is it a fashion or not? Are youngsters not promoted? Are youngsters not going smoking for just being?
Unfortunately, it is a fashion.
Yeah. So,
Unfortunately,
yeah, that's what
And
it
even
is.
in bigger parties, you have
And that's
to
we
smoke.
have to, yeah, exactly. Very nice point said by you. And
It is-
I would
it is-
like to share one trend in army, followed in army.
Not only in army, in
Yeah.
corporates also, when you
The
have
seniors
meetings,
offer
you
you
have
drink.
to drink.
They
Yeah,
offer
you
you
have to
drink,
smoke.
and you have to
It leads
You
to
can't
healthy
say no.
relationships.
because yeah, exactly. Formal drinks you have to
Yeah.
take, and that's kind of classic thing. If a brigadier offers you
So
drink,
that's the loop.
But I agree with Sam because
Yeah.
she said that a self-discipline is needed. Yeah,
Exactly,
it is
that
very
is needed.
necessary because
And
okay,
it's
we
very
are
difficult to
trained.
try in hostel
Yes,
life.
yes,
Very
exactly.
difficult.
That's-
Very
that's-
difficult.
that's
Self-discipline.
yeah, surviving
We,
hostel
I
life.
am also living in hostel life. I see my seniors, yeah, but see, a self-discipline is needed because we should control ourselves.
Yeah, and
Okay,
from
if
where
we
does
are in
self-discipline
fashion,
come? From where does self-discipline comes?
Oh,
It comes
so-
from
It
family.
means that to go against
It comes from
family.
family.
I just want to say that okay, it is a fashion. It is a fashion of 21st century youngster. I am not saying that they shouldn't smoke or drink. At times you can smoke, you can drink, but in a limited way.
Don't get addicted.
Yeah, you shouldn't get in.
And we should
take
remove this
care of.
perception this is a fashion. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we will be following that fashion and we should not.
Yeah,
there are
that depends
many
on
concepts
that
that
depends
are
on
But
Yeah.
it comes in my comment, or it is it is a truth or a fact we can say. It is in our fashion. We can't deny that.
Unfortunately.
But unfortunately, it is in our.
It is not in our fashion. It is coming in our fashion.
Yeah,
And
it is
we are-
not.
we are
Because
letting-
higher
Because we are
societies-
becoming more Western oriented these
it's
days.
in very,
We are
Because
letting.
higher
we are
studies in
letting-
Western countries,
Just starting
and it is
phase, yeah.
slowly developing in our.
And we
Yeah.
are letting that.
And
we are
each and everyone is
fashion.
not each and everyone is following, but there are people.
This should be controlled by our self-discipline, and moreover, if
We
we
are just
can.
bookish knowledge now, and when it comes to practical life, we all things fail. Only one thing is it's very difficult.
What's the situation you are in that matter?
Practical and theoretical learning are very, very ways apart when it comes to real life.
If you set your own trend, I think that can change.
That
So
can
it all
set
depends
your
on
own
you,
trend.
how you live your life, irrespective of what your neighbor is doing, what your friend is doing, what your mother is doing, what your father is doing. It all depends upon you.
What a
Yeah.
celebrity is
So
doing.
that's what I'm saying. No, that we should have a self-discipline. We should have
Self-discipline.
okay self-control.
Thank you. First time ऐसा हुआ है कि आपने खुद ही किया है.